Hey everybody, this is Leslie and you're watching Midlife and Nailing It. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I really appreciate it and it helps my channel out so much. Today I have for you a cook with me and I'm showing you how to make movie theater popcorn using just your stovetop. We are on week 2 of a 4-week quarantine cooking collab series that is hosted by the Sister Circle. I will put all of these amazing ladies' channel links in my description box below, as well as the playlist. Last week, they all came up with such delicious, simple recipes with ingredients most of us already have on hand, and I know they're going to rock it out this week too. Last week's playlist from the series will be in my description box as well. Be sure to check out all the videos and channels. Okay, let's get poppin'! Hey guys, I'm excited this week to show you how to make popcorn on the stovetop. For some reason, stovetop popcorn puts microwave popcorn to shame. I don't know why, but it does. Not that microwave popcorn isn't good, but this is just so much better. It tastes like movie theater popcorn. It really does. I also thought that popcorn would be a super cool thing to show everybody because almost everyone has popcorn kernels somewhere in their pantry. If your household is anything like mine, you've been watching a lot of shows and movies during this quarantine, and popcorn is the perfect snack for such activities. Also, I know all of you have a bag or a container of popcorn kernels in your pantry, you know, way back in the back. Pull those out. Make some stovetop popcorn. It's super good. It's inexpensive to buy, and one bag makes so many batches. My dad used to make us popcorn all the time when I was a girl, so there's something special about this treat to me. So what you'll need is some popcorn kernels, some vegetable oil, salt, and that of course is optional, and melted butter, which of course is optional as well. And then you're going to need a pot, like a standard size pot like this one. You have to have a lid. That's super important. You're going to want a little pan here to melt your butter in. And then of course I've got a super big bowl here to put my popcorn in. You're going to want a bowl that's big enough to get your popcorn into and leaves you enough space to get a spoon in there to make sure that all the popcorn is coated with the butter and the salt. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So, I am living in a madness house and I didn't get ready.
A madhouse!
Do you guys see what I got to deal with up in here? Okay guys, so the first thing that you want to do, I'm going to go ahead and melt about 6 tablespoons of butter. I don't know that I'll use all that butter, but I'd rather have more than not enough. And I do this first before I actually make the popcorn, because the popcorn you really have to pay attention to, and you don't really have the time to be melting butter at the same time, any of that. You want to get that done first. So let's go ahead and turn this on a low heat. I'm going to turn it on about a 5, and I'm just going to let that melt for a bit, and then we'll go ahead and get started on our popcorn. Okay guys, so my butter is done here. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off of the hot burner and put it on the burner behind me, because then that is next to my big bowl. So see, I kind of got a system going here. And of course I've got my salt handy too. And so when my popcorn is finished, I can quickly get my butter and salt on the hot popcorn. Get out of here. Okay, so we're I hate you so much. Okay, so we've got everything ready and we're gonna go ahead and get popping. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my pot heated up. You want your pot to be heated up. You don't want to be putting popcorn in a pot that is not completely heated up. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on like a 6, 7, around there. So like a higher medium heat. And I'm going to let it heat up, probably a good 2 or 3 minutes before I even put my vegetable oil in. Okay guys, so my pan is heated up. So what I'm going to do is grab my vegetable oil. Okay guys, so I am just using vegetable oil here. I'm pretty sure you can use most oils. I know people have made popcorn with olive oil before, or canola oil. I think I've probably only used vegetable oil or canola oil, but you could try a different oil. I don't think making popcorn is real picky about the type of oil. I could be wrong. Go ahead and let me know if I am in the comments below. So what I'm going to do is just put enough oil to coat the bottom of the pan. And then I'm going to pick up my pan and make sure that it is evenly distributed around the bottom. And actually, that's too much. You guys, so I did add a little bit too much vegetable oil to my pot. After I coated the bottom of the pot, I did dump out the oil, and all that was left was what was coated. Okay guys, so I've got the oil evenly distributed, and I'm letting that heat up for about 30 seconds or so. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a ½ cup of popcorn to this size pan. I wouldn't add more than a ½ cup until you become a little more used to things, because you could have a hot mess if you added too much. Like, it would overflow, and you definitely don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my corn in there. And it's already sizzling, you guys. So I want to get my lid on immediately. You want to leave your lid on until the popping has stopped, because it'll pop in your face and that won't be good. What you want to do is just keep shaking your popcorn back and forth. You can't stop doing this, you guys. It's kind of loud, I'm sorry about that, but you can't stop doing it or your popcorn will burn. You just keep shaking it, shaking it, shaking it. Okay guys, we're starting to have some popping going on. See? Isn't that exciting? You gotta keep it moving. Do not stop moving your pot back and forth. Super important. Use some muscles to do this job. Shake it, shake it.
Oh, fucking put that in.
Shake it, shake it, shake it. And you'll know when you're done, because the popping slows down to like nothing. But you keep shaking your pot until that happens. And you can kind of stop for a split second to see if you see any more popping. I don't. My popping has really slowed down to almost nothing. Oh, there goes a couple. So when that happens, you want to make sure that you leave your lid on, and you can stop shaking it when it's off the fire and put it aside. And it will still pop for a bit. Don't remove your lid until it stops, because you don't want to burn yourself. It's super hot in there right now, guys. And it's got steam, and the kernels are very hot, and you don't want one to pop up and hit you in the face or something. Like, seriously, that would hurt. So just leave your lid on until you hear absolutely no popping. Okay guys, so when about 30 seconds goes by and you haven't heard any more popping, it's safe to take off the lid. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the lid. Do you guys see all that steam? Oh my gosh, it's so good, you guys. And then we're gonna come over, and I'm gonna go ahead and put all my popcorn into my bowl. And I had a couple kernels, but not much left go in there, but basically almost all of it popped, and I didn't burn anything. So good job, I did it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my butter on here, and I'm just gonna pour it on all over. So I'm gonna go ahead and add about this much salt. And of course, you don't have to add butter or salt if you didn't want to, and just eat it plain, or you could eat it with just butter, or you could add any toppings that you'd like. Sometimes my kids like M&Ms or peanut M&Ms in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle that on. If you are adding some kind of chocolate to your popcorn, you wanna add that when the popcorn's super hot. You might even want to add it to the pot that the popcorn's on and put the lid back on for just a moment so it gets a little bit melty, and then dump it in your bowl.
Get yourself some freshly popped popcorn.
And that was my son being silly. Okay guys, so my popcorn is done. I've got my husband and my son right here. They've been heckling me this entire time, you guys. I don't know if any of it will make it on film or not, but I am seriously about to throw them. I'm not even kidding. Quit poking at me. Okay, oh my lord.
Get your friends on the horn.
Okay, all right, okay.
It's our commercial.
No, we don't need a commercial. So you guys, okay, I'm gonna let you guys try some. Give it a whirl.
Hey, throw me some.
Okay, here we go, son.
My fingers are
They can't see it. Okay.
Wow, it tastes like popcorn.
It tastes like popcorn, but it's better in the microwave, and
Just
you know
like
it,
that
right?
teenager at the movie theater used to make.
Shut up. Oh, gosh. You guys ready for everybody to go back to the places they need to be like I am? So good, you guys. So good. I promise it's so much better than...
Would you look at that?
It's so much better than like a microwave popcorn, and it's super easy to make. A lot easier than you would think. Okay, guys, so I hope this recipe inspires you to get in your pantry, pull out the popcorn kernels that are in there, or maybe add it to your next grocery pickup or the next time you go to the store. It's so inexpensive. It makes so many batches, and it's so super good, especially when you're binging Netflix or Hulu or watching a movie with your family. And I hope that your family likes making stovetop popcorn as much as mine does. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.